Well, lads, it's now time. It's now time. It's time now, everybody. Bill has actually given me the mace, which I can barely pick up because it's actually a really fucking heavy mace, dude. Like, this is so heavy. Dude, I can barely pick this up. It's so damn heavy. And at the end of it, you can feel like how heavy the mace is. And how much you could cleave someone's skull with it. Okay? Oh, the link, by the way, is in the pinned comment. To Politicrat's channel. Go check him out. Spoon might be asleep. Who knows?
Nope.
Are you not? Are you awake, Spoon?
You just said my name.
Spoon?
You just said my name, you idiot.
Wake up.
No.
It's time for Dev Watch.
Why?
Because I said, and I am serious about this, it's the last time I want to fucking talk about this fucking filthy Canuck for the rest of my goddamn fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to lay it all out here. And you don't have to respond to this. This is going to be mostly me talking, okay? Okay. But here it is. Let me explain why I hate, and I mean hate, ShortfatOtaku, aka Devin Del Vecchio. Why I hate him. I hate this person, and there's a very small select number of people that by the way, I am going to turn into Bobcat Goldthwait a couple times in this stream. So, as I finish up, my apologies beforehand. I don't know why I am increasingly becoming Bobcat Goldthwait, but I hate him. I fucking hate him. And the reason why I fucking hate him is because he is the most disingenuous piece of fucking lying shit I've ever encountered in my entire life. So, Spoon, you there?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the story?
Which one?
All of it.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna start from the beginning then. So, guys, I'm gonna cut this portion of the stream as into its own video because it's just gonna be describing things. And it has nothing to do with politics necessarily inherent. It is a sort of political in a roundabout way. But it's why I despise the political commentator Devin Del Vecchio, aka ShortfatOtaku, aka Dev. It's why I hate him. Now, if you hear those words, that word hate, come out of my mouth, I think pretty much everyone here at least knows that I am not a hateful person. And if I am, I really try not to be. There's things I hate, sure. There's tons of things I hate. But people, well, I let Christ sort them out. You know what I mean? That's my perspective as a Christian. You call me a Christ cuck, I don't really care. What Devin Del Vecchio has done is so heinous that I can no longer remain silent about it. Okay? I have alluded to some of it, and by the way, Scrump is preparing. Scrump, who is someone that you should be aware of. Scrump's been on the channel, of course, before. He has been producing a video or making a video, putting together some of the stuff about Dev for months now. I have now decided that I basically want nothing to do even with the video. I will say a couple of words in it, but I am so disgusted by this person that I really don't want to go into it. And by the way, it has a lot to do with another person who tried to cancel me back in the day. The person who you just heard talk with us on the stream for a couple hours, Politicrat. Very cool guy. Okay. About 3 weeks ago, I was on a stream with, maybe 4 weeks ago now, I was on a stream with him. He brought on this guy, LSP. We talked about this a little bit earlier in the stream. Brought on this guy, LSP. LSP, aka Three Arrows. Those are the names that he goes by. LSP tried to record a video of me talking to him about abortion, which, by the way, where I said everything that I would say publicly about my opinion on abortion. I gave him actually, in fact, academic literature to go off of so we could have a discussion about abortion, which he demanded because we were doing a debate. Or he said we were doing a debate. He then cut out all of his audio so that it's just me going... to me going... You literally can't hear the little motherfucker because he's just a lumpy space princess. You can't hear anything he's saying because he cut his audio up. He released the video with the description, Aiden will claim I cut the audio up. I mean, dude, it's because you did. Like, what are you expecting? This is why this gets really fucking complicated, guys. And I don't even really know where to start with this, but I'm trying. I'm trying my best. I'm speaking off the cuff. I don't have anything prepared. I do have some things prepared, but I'll just say what I have to say. So that this weirdo LSP dude freak tries to like bait me into a conversation about abortion and then cut it up. Doesn't work. He deletes the video. Well, he privates it within about an hour because it's obviously incredibly cut up and it's incredibly edited. Guys, sorry, a lot of things that I'm going to say tonight and the way that I'm going to say them are not going to be in the most erudite fashion. You're going to hear the word a lot, which is what I do when I'm feeling nervous, which I'm feeling very nervous right now. So I really don't want to talk about this, but unfortunately, this is the only time I'm going to talk about it, and then I really would like to be done with this and never talk about it ever again. Is he Three Arrows? Yeah, it's the same guy, LSP. That guy cuts up my audio and releases the video. He deletes it, but within about a minute of him posting the video, 2 people respond to this video of him trying to cut out his audio to like prove something about abortion. I don't know. I really don't understand. The two people who reacted to it were Kraut T and Devin Delvaccio, aka ShortfatOtaku, aka Dev. Because, in my opinion, and I will explain why, Dev and Kraut and LSP all organized this weird gay little attempt to like fuck with me. I don't really know what they were trying to do. It was really gay and it failed, so they lost. They keep losing, by the way. They can't, I don't know what, dude, they can't win. And why do I know, I don't know for a fact that it was Dev involved, but I do know for a fact that it was Kraut involved, because Kraut, 6 years ago, this guy called Kraut T. Just say Dev from now on? No, not really. I will say Dev from now on. We all know who I'm talking about now, okay? 6 years ago, when Kraut tried to destroy people, including myself, he had a whole doxing server. He had a server on Discord where he was he had a bunch of people's names in there, where he wanted to do gay ops. And by gay ops, what does gay ops mean? It means he wanted to find people's personal information so he could try to get them fired, try to get them destroyed, try to have their lives ruined. That was the point. The people on this list included Sargon of Akkad, included Arch, included V, included everyone that Dev considers a friend. But here's the thing. Dev was down with this. He wanted this to happen, and he was okay with it. In fact, he was okay, and in fact supported all of it. All the doxing that they weren't able to do. One of the things that one person they were able to dox at the time was, oh, man, dude, my now dead friend, Coach Red Pill. Yeah, was Coach weird? Yes, he absolutely was. Coach was fucking weird as fuck. But Coach Red Pill was my personal friend. Like, legitimately. And he's dead. Now, that's really insane to me, but he is. Coach Red Pill is dead. And one of the things that Kraut felt very, very, publicly and privately happy about was that he had found Coach Red Pill's docs, that you know, his real name and stuff. And of course, he's dead now. He was murdered by the Ukrainian government. Whatever you think, I think he certainly did himself no favors. But Gonzalo Lira is dead. That guy, whatever you think about him, was at least a friend of mine. Or I thought he was. I don't know. So, I was also on the target list. And again, it was not just me and other, like, far-right people, whatever you want to call it. It was people like Dev's friend Sargon. Arch. These people were on that list as well. Dev has defended to no end the actions of Kraut and T in trying to... And by the way, Kraut and T, he's got like 500,000 subs on YouTube right now under a new name where he just reads out Reddit memes. It's insane, but like he's been very successful. And you know what? Fine, I guess. That part, that's all way in the past, guys. That's all way in the past. But it does make me feel very sad when I think about things like my friend, or former friend, Coach Red Pill. Because, dude, he used to call me in the middle of the night sometime, or I'd call him. Just talk about, like, my life, or he'd talk to me about his, and we'd have normal conversations like human beings have. And I think Coach was kind of a weird dude. He didn't deserve to die. That's not how Dev would talk about him. You know? He would say he deserved to die. And Kraut certainly did as well. That Coach Red Pill deserved to die. I don't feel that way about pretty much anyone. But the people who are my quote-unquote enemies certainly do. They think that if you disagree with them politically, you must be murdered. And in fact, if you are, and when you are, it's based and awesome and cool. Get on with it, woman. Minnesota Fats, I'm trying to, dude. I told you that this part was going to be a long thing, and it was going to be fucking emotional, it was going to be gay. So, this is actually really hard, guys. And it's the only time I'm going to talk about this ever again. This is the only time I'm going to talk about this. If I talk about it again, it will only be because I'm included in someone else's video or something to talk about what happened with Dev. And I'm just trying to lay the fucking groundwork, okay? Lay the foundation. This was years ago. So this fucking freak, Kraut and T, tries to destroy my life. And by the way, also, contacted my university, by the way. Contacted my university trying to get me fired. I'd already quit, by the way. So, bye-bye, bye-bye. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, no. You know, get fucked, you piece of shit. Okay. So Dev defends Kraut. In DMs, Dev, for years, also fucking demanded to me that I apologize to Kraut, because what happened was, also, Kraut, called me in what I thought was a private call, and recorded it, where I'm just crying. And much like his friend and capo, LSP, recently recorded it without my knowledge, and then, very similarly, deleted all of his own audio from it, where he's talking about how much he wants to kill me and murder my family and murder everybody I know, and how much he can't wait. I can't wait till I can fucking kill all of you. Like, this crazy shit. Cut all of that out. And then I'm crying. Because, by the way, at this point, I thought Kraut was my friend. And we were supposed to start a podcast together with Naked Ape. Okay? Where I was supposed to be the... I was supposed to be the centrist in this podcast, by the way. I was supposed to be the centrist. Says insane shit about how she wants to kill my family. Releases a fucking video where he has redacted everything he fucking said. And back in 2017, that flew. It flew that for whatever reason, hearing a supposed call between two people where one person is like, and the other person is speaking clearly, it is, works. And by the way, I don't care that I cried. Kraut's whole reason for posting that and why he thought it was hilarious is because I was crying. Well, I don't know Kraut and Dev, who, by the way, I now believe that Dev was absolutely involved in this, is that, and I will explain why as we go on, is that, they thought it was really funny that I was upset that they were talking about killing my family. Yeah, I wish I was gay. Like, oh, this shit's all fucking gay, but, like, can you not... I think any rational person can understand that when somebody is talking about killing your family, it's incredibly emotionally upsetting. But apparently to Kraut and to Dev, it was really, really funny. Okay? I know that you don't like me talking about the Spoon, but I have to go through the whole fucking thing. I know... Okay, Spoon, go to bed. I'll just end the stream with me telling the story. You have no reason to be here anyway. So... The thing that matters more, it's more pertinent to all of this, it is important that you understand that backstory, right? Spoon, just go to bed. You're fine. I'll end the stream when I want to end it. Unfortunately, I really think it's the only time I want to talk about this. I never want to talk about it ever again. Because I'm really, really fucking tired of all of this, okay? You know? Alright. So. More recently. 2 years ago, I should say, actually. 2 years ago, I joined a call with two of my friends. Two people that you have at least seen on this podcast. At least one of them. Which is, Uzlu and Scrump. These are two people that I know in real life, and if you would like confirmation, I can post pictures of us together. It's got plenty of them. I was in a call with Uzlu and Scrump, and I asked them, why does Dev, this guy, who used to be, who's been like in Sargon's fucking, you know, sphere and Arch's, if you don't know Arch, Warhammer, if you don't know V, he's been in this sphere for years. Why does he hate you so much? Because they were telling me like, oh, yes, Cabal does prevail. And they were I asked them, please, can you tell me why he hates you so much? Now, if violence is life, for example, you may know, and many people may, Tenebrae, for example, as well, may be privy and aware of this call, where I just asked my two friends, Scrump and Uzlu, to please explain to me why Dev hated them so much, because this was years ago. I didn't know. I was friendly with Dev at the time. And, they started to tell me these stories. It took hours to explain the stories, because I don't want to relitigate them too much, but I'll try to explain the TLDR to the best of my capacity. Why does Dev hate Uzlu? Well, Uzlu, who was Dev's friend, noticed that Dev's Minecraft server, I know we're talking about Minecraft, I know how gay and cringe this is, but Dev's Minecraft server had a back-end allowance in it that would have made it possible for a bad actor to install CP, just to be clear what it stands for, child, onto someone's computer. Anyone who was connected to the server, to install that kind of stuff onto it, okay? Uzlu told Dev about this, to say, dude, you have to clean this up. You cannot allow this, okay? You cannot allow this. If you allow this, someone could upload CP onto your computer, Dev. Dev not only ignored it, he told Uzlu to fuck off. This guy was his friend at the time, okay? Personal friend at the time. Public friend at the time. Uzlu then went in with Cabal, his server, and, because Cabal prevails, to just do some trolling of Dev's Minecraft server. I don't know what they did exactly, I wasn't there. I think they like built like swastikas and like burning crosses and stuff, whatever. The point was to show that, to illustrate to Dev, that there was a huge, massive, enormous freaking security issue with his server. Dev's reaction to this was not to actually clean up the server, not to fix the issue, but instead to go to Sargon, to go to V, to go to Arch, and say, but by the way, these guys were all in like a group chat together at the time. Delete Uzulu. He's evil. He's a bad guy. He's terrible. He hacked my Minecraft server, which was, the whole point was to show that the Minecraft server was vulnerable in the first place. Okay. Uzulu was cut out then. Was cut out by every single person that I just named. From Sargon, from V, from Arch, everybody. People he had been friends with also for years. Cabal prevails, by the way. By the way, if you also don't know how I became friends with Uzulu, it's because he just randomly raided my server too, by the way, on Discord. Okay? And he just did it, like, they just came in and started fucking with me. And I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. So that's how Uzulu and I became friends. Right? What he then did with Scrump is that Scrump and him actually used to run a show together called Dumping with Scrump. His name is literally in the fucking title. And, they did a weekly political stream, much like Spoon and I do here. In, like, 2021, in public, Dev was saying that he was anti-lockdown, I believe, and by the way, I can't get confirmation, I haven't gotten confirmation of this one from Scrump, so I don't actually remember, but this is my recollection of what happened. In public, Dev, again, please put the thing that I just said as a big caveat and everything I'm about to say, is that I don't remember which order, but it was some order of these events, okay? Is that publicly, Dev was saying that he was in favor of, I think he was saying he was actually against the lockdowns? No, it's not true. No, opposite way around. I believe that he was totally in favor of the lockdowns, that they were based, that they were awesome. He was like, yeah, well, fuck these people with their fucking not getting their vax, not getting their shot. What a bunch of assholes. Fuck them. And then in private, he was complaining about Trudeau. Again, Dev is a Canadian, if you don't know. May Allah forgive me for saying that word. But he is, in fact, a Canadian. So he was all in favor of it. The point is, he was saying one thing in public and another thing in private, okay? And so Scrump posted the evidence from these DMs, which actually were not totally DMs, they were in the group chat that Sargon et al. Were also in. He posted them in public to show that Dev was being disingenuous. And Dev's reaction was to cut Scrump out and did the exact same fucking thing he did with Uzlu. He ran to Sargon, he ran to V, he ran to Arch, and said, did you know that Scrump's actually a really bad guy? He's super bad, he's super awful, he lied about me and he did terrible things to me. He fucking raped me, actually. Okay? I'm trying to explain this the best way I can, guys. I'm really trying. This is the least emotional I could possibly be. I'm trying my best. When I heard these stories from Uzlu and Scrump, the night of, that I first heard them 2 years ago, I had not heard first of all, I'd already known Uzlu and Scrump for years before this, but I'd never heard these stories. And I'm giving the TLDR, I'm really stripping them down to the basics of the stories. Oh, Dev publicly said he was against the lockdown, and yeah, in private was saying he was for the lockdown. Thank you, Lamented. Thank you, save my ass. Like I said, I couldn't remember what order it was. It was, well, the reality, though, is the same thing. Is that Dev was saying one thing in public and one thing in private. when I heard this, I'm sitting in a live stream, by the way, like for hours with these guys telling me these stories. And I, at the time, who was friendly with Dev, I said, well, let me just get him on. Let me just ask him to give his side of the story. Okay? Is that not I would say that the most reasonable way to behave, right? Is, from my perspective, is, well, I don't know, guys. Is what you're saying, but I don't know that any of this is true. So let's ask Dev. Can we please try to get his side of things? So I told him, hey, I'm in a chat right now where these guys are saying some shit about you that sounds insane. That you are a complete fucking lunatic. I would like to have some more information. His response was no. He didn't want to talk. And then he said, quote, do not do that again. By that referring to me trying to add him to the call. I posted this DM. Do not do that again. Those words, those exact words, exact fucking words. Do not do that again. To the two people who were involved, Scrump and Uzulu. He then said, I leaked DMs. I leaked private information about him. He has spread this lie for the last 2 bloody goddamn years, okay?
How well do you know him? By the way, I'm back, but how well did you know him?
I thought we were friends at like 5 years. Maybe at that point, so like maybe 3. Yeah, I'd known him. We've got tons of DMs together ourselves because we used to talk quite frequently, like just about anything. Also, some of the things. Was he
a libertarian ever? Was he ever in that sphere?
He might. I don't think he'd ever have called himself. He's always called himself a complete centrist, which is a very big red flag I've now noticed. If someone calls themselves a centrist, run the fuck away. That person, one is not a centrist. 2 is a leftist, an extreme, probably a communist, which Dev is an actual communist. And 3, probably a very, very untrustworthy person because they're using an untrustworthy term to describe themselves, right? So
that's a centrist and a sensible centrist.
Well, I don't think there's such a thing as a centrist, because centrist is a moving position, is it not?
Well, I was referring to the thing that AA did, the sensible centrism tag.
Possibly. Sorry, we're just having a drink of fucking soda because I'm sorry, my throat's starting to dry out by talking about this. And if it sounds like I'm very uncomfortable talking about all this, I am very uncomfortable talking about all this. So he slanders my 2 friends. And by the way, if you think the slander is going to stop there, get ready, guys, because that's just the start. Because everyone in this fucking situation, including myself, is about to get called a pedophile. Because that's what Dev does. When he has nothing, he will call you the worst thing imaginable. And that's what he did. In the last week, he has done that to me. He has done that to Uzulu. I think the only reason he didn't do it to Scrump, and I'll be very clear about this, I think the only reason he didn't say that Scrump was a pedophile is because Dev's co-host, Lilith Lovett, is Scrump's ex-girlfriend, who he desperately, openly has expressed that he wants to have sex with. Okay? Lilith Lovett is a transgender woman who who Scrump used to date, and who Dev has kept on as his co-host, and openly expresses how much he wants to have sex with, how desperate he is for the bussy, right? I'm desperate. And it's also part of why he hates Scrump so much, which is very difficult to explain. Again, this is why it takes so much time to explain this. Dev wants to wear Scrump as wants to fucking wear John Sweeney as a fucking skin suit, okay? And I'm gonna use his fucking real name because he uses it online as well. He wants to wear John Sweeney as a goddamn skin suit, and it's fucking weird, okay, dude? It's weird. It's extremely creepy. But what he wants to do is that he is extremely, in my opinion, jealous of the fact that John Sweeney is in his own words, which he won't mind me saying it, I don't think, Weimarist bohemian who lives with 2 trannies that he fucks. And I don't think also that his 2 tranny girlfriends will care that I call them that. Okay? This is so fucking gay. All of this is so fucking gay. All of this is so fucking gay. I hate that I have to talk about any of this. I hate it. I hate it. So, I find out that there's this shit that Dev has been and the most important thing that I'd like to actually make clear about Dev going on these crusades against my friends Uzulu and Scrump is that the most important thing to keep in mind here, it's not so much that just Dev lied about them, which he did. It's that he didn't just lie about them. He went to people they were friends with to go and lie about them to get them cut out. And when oh my gosh. I try not to get emotional on streams. No, it's impossible. I can't. Sorry, guys, I can't. I got a call from Uzulu the other day. And I've never heard Uzulu, who's like a notorious troll. Like a notorious troll. That's what he does, is just troll. And I've never heard him speak so fucking earnestly and sincerely in my entire fucking life. And what he said to me was all he wanted is to just not have this shit hanging over his head anymore. Okay? Just please go back to being able to have normal human interactions with these people. Right? I've never heard anything like it ever from someone from Uzulu. Ever. And I mean, it's right. Because Dev destroyed Uzulu's friendships. Now, Scrump's a different fucking situation, okay? Scrump's his own fucking person. Scrump he kept poking Sargon publicly and being kind of a cunt, okay? In public, you know? Like, that's his shit, okay? But with Uzulu, it makes... And I have contacted everybody I know who cut Uzulu out to be like, after this whole Dev giant fucking meltdown, to say, can we all like come back to the table and talk about how maybe Uzulu needs a kind of redemption arc because he's not done anything wrong? He never did anything wrong? And let me explain to you guys what makes this so much worse. This week, and this is why I've been freaking out, why I've been having a fucking... why I've not been able to sleep. I've been able to sleep. I can always sleep. But why I was nervous today coming into the stream is because I'm crying, whatever, I'm just doing it. I don't give a fuck. I knew this was gonna happen. That's why I waited for the end. Earlier this week, like 3 days ago, Dev called Uzulu a pedophile publicly on Twitter because his girlfriend Mach, who was 19 when they met, and when they first started contacting each other and talking to each other. Jesus. Yeah, I'm not drunk. I am gonna get drunk after this, don't worry. But when his girlfriend Mach posted a video, a clip of Dev saying that he wouldn't ban pedophiles from his own Discord server as long as they're not being pedophiles in the Discord server, and by that he means, I guess, offending. He went and said and made a claim that Uzulu was a pedophile because he was dating a 19-year-old woman. And I've met both Mach and Uzulu in real life. And yes, Kizza, that's a good point. Mach, the same woman, who is now an adult woman, was 16 when she was in Dev's server, the server where he says he intentionally does not ban pedophiles. Now I'll bring this up. This is the good segue. Dev then accused me of harboring pedophiles in my servers. Now the difference is that it was maybe 2 years ago now, I actually think. I was about a year ago. I was informed that there was a guy who was a moderator in my server, but not just in mine, in tons of people's servers. This guy was all over the place, okay? His name was Tyro Inchoate. He was a actual convicted child, unironically. Multiple, 7 different counts on this guy. I was sent information that this dude was a child. You know what I did? Within 5 seconds of finding out and reading the fucking police report, I was so disgusted. I actually, I couldn't even, oh my gosh. I didn't know what to do. Other than, what the only obvious thing to do was just to immediately fucking ban him and make a community post saying, if you were harmed by this guy in any way, come contact me and we'll go talk to the feds together, okay? Right? This is the obvious thing to do? Yeah, I would say so, but instead Dev has decided that his perspective on things is, well, as long as you're not doing the pedo shit in my server, I don't give a fuck. You know? And I don't understand. Like, I do get it. Like, you cannot figure out who, if anyone in your server or whatever is or in your chat, whatever, is a pedophile. You don't necessarily know that. But when I found out that guy was in my fucking, and that I'd spoken to him, that I'd acted like friendly with him, because I didn't know what kind of a fucking monster he was, made me fucking ill, made me sick to my stomach. That there was an actual fucking child who had been in my fucking server. But Dev doesn't care. He didn't give a shit. He just let them fucking go. He said, I don't care, as long as you're not fucking committing the crimes here. I don't care. If you're a fucking pedophile, convicted pedophile, I don't want you anywhere fucking near me. I don't understand why there's so many fucking pedophiles around me, dude. And by that I mean, in the internet. Why are there so many fucking pedos everywhere online? I don't understand that. It's insane to me. But it's like everywhere I fucking look, there's some kind of new fucking pedophile somewhere. It's disgusting. Okay. Sorry. I told you guys this was gonna be an emotional rant. So, okay. Dev accuses me of harboring a pedophile because he got, I don't know, because literally, guys, it's this week. It's this week. 2024. He just said this week that he does not ban pedophiles from his fucking server. And then, in response, calls Uzulu a pedophile for dating a 19-year-old woman, calls me a pedophile or a pedophile harborer because there was this freak in my server who, the second I found out, I immediately banned it. And if you would like proof of it, trust me, it's all over the place. Go watch Gilded Poo did a video on it at the time, where he is one of the people who, he's one of many people who gave me information about this dude. This freak, Tyro Inchoate, that he was a convicted pedophile. And you can see in his video from last year that I banned him immediately. That's what you do when you find a pedophile in your fucking community, my dude. You know? That's what you do. Not what Dev does, which is just not ban them. Other things I would say about Dev is that the whole reason he hates me is because, again, like I said, I listened to Uzulu and Scrum telling me their stories about why they all had issues with him and what the fucking problem was. And, I tried to add Dev to the call to get his side of the story. He said, no, and don't do that again. So I already did say this. I already said this. Actually, sorry guys. Sometimes it's hard to keep track of all of this nonsense. And I'm really sorry that I know I'm getting Emotional hypocrite. I don't want to ever talk about this again. I hate this I genuinely hate him. I genuinely hate him because there's no way that there is no. Why are you so fucking evil, dude? Why are you so fucking, just genuinely fucking evil, dude? Why are you so fucking evil? You have attacked vociferously two people that I am personal friends with. IRL, real life friends with. Calling them every name in the book. And it was one thing when you're just... It was one thing when you were just throwing names at them, but then you fucking called Islu a pedophile because of his relationship with Mach, who I know both of them personally, and it's unfucking believable that you would call Islu and Mach, that you would say that that's a pedophilic relationship when she was 19 years old. I know, I told you guys that this was gonna get emotional. I'm sorry that I have to be that way, but the reason it has to be this way is because there is no other way that I think anyone will fucking give a fuck about what I have to say about this, which is that this man has harassed me for years now, and I just took it. I just said, whatever, it's the fucking internet, who cares? And the whole reason he harassed me is because I was friends with the two people that, real life friends with the two people these two people who he hates. And he hates, and who he slandered to Sargon and to V and to Arch and to everybody. You know? I just can't believe it. That you could be such a fucking bastard. How could you be so fucking gigantically evil like that? You know what I mean? He's gonna claim, oh, it's my female tears or some shit, which is exactly what he did, by the way, when he harassed Kersha. Okay? He had a mod in his server called Dragon Fat Deposits who had been harassing Kersha literally for years. If you don't know Kersha, she's a VTuber. Literally harassing her for years. He knew about the harassment. He said he didn't give a fuck about it because it wasn't him doing it. And then when Kersha made a document saying, hey, Devs Mod DFD has been harassing me for years, he said, actually, I think it's based. And also, I'm now gonna harass Kersha. Then he shows up the other day in Pippa Pipkin's stream. In Pippa's stream. Pippa, who is best friends with Kersha. And he's like, hey, Pippa, pay attention to me. She bans his fucking ass and tells him to die of clinical fucking fat and seek Canadian healthcare, which, by the way, devs seek Canadian healthcare, you piece of shit. This is what I have to say about all of this fucking shit. My fucking conclusion on a lot of this, and I have said this, and I would never say this in any other circumstance. And anyone who knows me, as I mentioned most of you here do, I would never say this about somebody if I didn't have really, really solid evidence. Devin Del Vecchio, ShortfatOtaku, is a misogynist in the worst fucking way imaginable. He genuinely hates women. He hates women because he thinks that the only reason any woman could possibly get any kind of attention on the internet is because she is a woman. And so he seeks out actively to destroy women because he is jealous of us and because he wants to fuck us. And I'll get into that too, because Dev flirted with me a bunch of times and said a really fucked up thing about Bill, which is that he related Bill to Andrew Tate while talking about how I was gonna get laid over a table and fucked or something, that kind of disgusting scenario. I don't understand it, but like he said something like that to me in private when we were still quote unquote friends, right? And I was like, haha, I know how to react to it. I know how to react when you say that your husband is Andrew Tate, a sex trafficker. How am I supposed to Andrew Tate? He called my husband Andrew Tate. How am I supposed to react? You know? Sorry, guys. I don't normally get emotional and stuff like this. I've really never done this ever. Well, I guess I have in the past sometimes, but it's really it's been years. It's been years of me dealing with this in private. It's been years of me just really not wanting to talk about it because it's really gross and it's extremely deeply uncomfortable. Oh, it's not the only part of the flirtation, Wolverine. It's, he was saying all kinds of stuff about me getting fucked in a threesome and all kinds of weird stuff like that. I don't really know what else to say. I think it's most of it. That's most of it. But the reality is, Dev, it's not just me. It's not just Spoon. It's not. Oh, here's the thing. Funny. Sorry. Dev also randomly made up a lie that Spoon used to be a far leftist commie, and then and said that he got radicalized by Moldbug. You know what I mean? Like, well, I guess you don't know what I mean. He just lies. He just fucking lies, dude. He just lies about everybody. He just lies about everyone for no fucking reason, about every single person who I care about in my fucking life. He's lied about my friend Uzlu, my real life friend Uzlu. He's lied about my real life friend Scrump. He's lied about my husband. He's lied about Spoon. He's lied about everybody that I care about. And also he lies about people that I do care about as well, like Kersha and Pippa. He lies about everyone. I'm just so tired of it. And I'm not going to talk about it again after tonight. I'm sorry that I'm being emotional. I'm trying to do this. It's going to be a game. I'm going to get clipped. I don't give a fuck. Clip it. I think I'm allowed to be emotional having to hold this in for fucking years. It's literally been years. It's been years. Oh, nearly 3 years of having to hold this in and not being able to talk about it because Deb is... because of his, you know, social contacts with people that I call friends. As well. And what he did yesterday, and I'll say this was the fucking cutting off point, okay? This was it. I have to get to this. Sorry, I would have forgotten it if I... Jeez. He said he wanted to talk. He wanted to talk things out. He finally wanted to come to the table and talk things out. And in my stupid woman head, I said, okay. And in fact, and the crazy thing was, I was willing to forgive. I was willing to forgive all of it. Like, instantly. The second I got a DM from him on Discord, which he had me blocked on Discord, I said, in my head, I was like, great. Yeah, sure, let's go. I'm willing to forgive all of it if you're just willing to talk to me. Instead, what happened is that he just started ranting at me, saying all these same lies that he had been saying over the course of years to me, right? And I was like, I don't know what you're doing, dude. Do you want to talk or not? And I was like, okay, we could go find a moderator. Spoon calls me a silly woman all the time and tells me to shut up, so let's get Spoon. No. In fact, both, Dick Masterson, who I got some shit to say about, but like, what, that's relevant to this. Dick Masterson and Hot Diggity Demon publicly fucking said that they would moderate the chat. Dev refused to choose a moderator. I even said that he could pick anyone he wanted. I said I didn't care. Just pick someone. Just someone to be there. Instead, what he just did was ranted at me. Just saying things. And I was like, would you like to pick a moderator? Should I pick Spoon? He's not responding to me at all. He's just ranting at me, repeating these same lies about how evil I am. Or what? And how evil all my friends are. You know? And, Jesus. I couldn't... It was just fucked up. He wouldn't react at all to... And he actually didn't react to a single thing I fucking said. I was trying to say things back to him, but it didn't matter because he was off on his rant. He was off on his rant. And then he blocked me on Discord. He wouldn't pick up the call. He wouldn't take a call. He's the one who asked me to talk. He's the one who contacted me on Discord. And then he's the one who fucking blocked me. And then he went to Twitter and said, I'm still the one harassing him. He's been saying I've been harassing him for 2 years. And I have to say, like, again, I hate to I sound like a because I am. I know I'm crying and it's gay. But, like, all I've wanted for years now is for him to just leave me alone, dude. Leave me alone, leave Brittany alone. Sorry, but you know what I mean? Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. He is, in my personal experience, the most evil person I have ever interacted with. I forgave Destiny for threatening to sue me. You know what I mean? Which he did. I don't know. I have issues with Destiny for other reasons now, but I'm a really, maybe, I guess, in a bad way, forgiving person, where I really try to always be... Well, I try to follow Christ, you know? I try to follow Christ. And, yeah. That's it. I think I explained the whole thing. I think I got out all of it. I think it's all been explained. But the reality is that it's not my place to explain every other person's experience with Devin Delvecchio, because it's a lot, and it's way more than a dozen people at this point. If it sounds like I'm being overly emotional or cringe or gay, I don't know. The guy accused me of being a pedophile. Or at least a pedophile defender. He accused one of my best friends of being a pedophile for dating a 19-year-old girl this week. I can't do it anymore. I can't. I have... The fact that... Yeah, we've ribbed Dev. We talked about him going into Crystal. We've made some little jokes about it on and off here on the stream. But the reality is that Dev is a complete and utter piece of fucking dog shit. He is one of the most evil... You know, he's the most evil person I have ever interacted with. And his whole fucking centrist shit... Get this shit straight, by the way, before I hang this up. First of all, the only people who keep him around... And this is confirmed by Arch... Arch only keeps him on his stream by Arch's own fucking admission because he brings in hate super chats. But let me tell you something. Now, Arch, I didn't reach out to you because I don't like to bother people with shit, that personal shit. But let me tell you something, Arch. Arch and I used to be friendly enough. Arch, Adam, Sitch, Stuttering Craig, let me tell you this. Mauler, all of you. Every fucking second, every time you bring this piece of shit back on your podcasts, you are moving 1 second towards closer. Him doing to you what he did to me. What he did to Scrump, what he did to Oozlu, what he did to Mach, what he did to Kersha, what he did to Pippa. Trust me, it's every single fucking second that you have him on your stream. You are welcoming in a fucking bastard who will betray you. It's why Sargon cut him off. It's why V cut him off. Because every person who knows this knows how much of a fucking bastard he is. You know? When you know, Dev, you know. And... yeah. I know, when you pissed off Craig, you picked Craig, who's like one of the night. I've met Craig in real life. It's Craig. This is also fucking insane. Dev, here's the thing also, Dev. Dev doesn't understand what the fuck friendship is. He thinks friendship is this weird internet crap. No, Dev, you know what friendship is? Friendship is when I can go hang out with your former co-host and your former friend at the same time and go get a drink at a bar. Or in that case, we hung out in a hotel room. Oozlu and Scrump. Your former friend, Oozlu, and your former co-host, Scrump. And the woman that you just accused of being a grooming victim, Much. You fucking freak. We can all go hang out in a fucking hotel room together. I ate a fucking weed gummy. I gave half of one to Uzlu. He didn't like that. It was really funny, actually. He didn't like that at all. Anywho. I think I've gotten through with my point. And I'm sorry for crying and being a big fucking gay homosexual about it, but I really had to get that out, guys. And I really had to say it publicly because I never want to ever talk about it. Ever want to talk about this fucking fat Canadian bitch ever again. Ever. If I do, please call me out on it. As I've blocked him. And I never want to think about this bastard again for the rest of my fucking life. Anyway. Did that kind of like get the point across, I think? Sorry, it was like a 40-minute rant. I think I got everything out that was important. There's probably some things that I missed. I didn't write any of this down. I just... off the cuff. You know. Sorry. Guys. I had to say it though. This is the one time I said on Twitter, this is the one time I was gonna talk about it, which is you know, I don't want to talk about it ever again. I just wish he'd leave me alone. It's just funny that I mean, dude, how can you be like, call me motherfucker, why don't you leave me alone? Dude, such a silly little Canadian. Oh shit, oh I forgot the word. Oh, whatever, we're late enough in this stream, I'm allowed to say it. Oh, he'll try and get taken down now. Anyway, that was all I had to say. I hate him. He's the only, I hate him, because, like, hate's a really strong word, right? You know what I mean? I quote-unquote hate people like Vosh or Hassan. But I don't really know them, so the hate for them is not visceral. My hate for Dev is because Dev has hurt my friends. He hurt people I actually care about in real life. And that's all you have in this world as we approach Christmas season, right? You understand? As we approach Christmas time, it's more important right now than ever to remember how important friendship is. Real ass friendship. Homie. Real ass friendship. You know what I mean? People you know in real life. And the people I know in real life have been actively fucking hurt by Dev, and so I will not. I can't forgive that. I don't really look. People talk shit about me all the time. I don't care. I don't really care if you talk shit about me. Well, it's what the internet. That's how the internet works. But you made up things, including one of the most heinous lie, calling my friend a pedophile, and that is unforgivable. It's beyond the pale. You know. Anywho, I guess that's all I have to say, guys. About that. I don't want to talk about it ever again. If it gets brought up, I'm not gonna answer it. I just don't want to talk about it ever again because I hate this guy so much. And I know that I've never done this. I've never done anything like this. But this is years and years and years of bullshit, dude. I know this will get clipped and it'll be considered really funny that I'm crying. But I don't understand how. Is it funny? I mean, is it funny? I don't know. Is it funny that somebody is trying to ruin your friends' lives? And then tries to put on you by accusing you of being the worst thing imaginable, a fucking pedophile? These are not my internet friends. Great Smith and On. These are my real friends. These are my real life, real friends. People I know in reality, in meat space, right? Okay. Jesus. Okay, it felt good to get off. Yeah, alright. I now feel vindicated. I've been holding this shit in. Not really holding it in, I have been talking about it. But it's now all over. It's all over now. I never want to talk about this ever again. And if I do, call me out on it. Let me go read the super chats. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna read the super chats now. I am very sorry about being emotional, but it's really hard to have somebody accuse you and your friends of being pedophiles when you yourself are saying that you defend pedophiles. I mean, like, what the fuck? Okay, I'm off it. There's my whole thing.
We're proud of him, we wish him well, and we hope to never see him again.